What's up, everybody? It's Red. This is West Blue Reviews, and today we're talking about One Piece chapter 1159. But first, of course, you already know we gotta talk about the cover page. It's pretty simple for the most part. Just Yamato leading the way, OT page one behind her, and they're simply just eating apples. Yeah, pretty wholesome. I love it. I just hope this isn't like the eye of the storm before they get into some kind of trouble. I hope it stays as peaceful for a while, but we'll see. Moving on, we start things off on Pirate Island. Things are dire. I feel like Oda establishes the move very well off the bat with the rainy weather. I can hear the One Piece wind blowing as I'm reading the whole time, which is crazy how established that sound is in my brain at this point. It just looks bad. Because you know their jewel is gone. Their jewel is gone, and there's nothing they can do about it. The whole island is down bad. They got past security. My guy right here, Don Marlin, laid out flat, not looking too good, man. They say he R.I.P. So R.I.P. Don Marlin. Was a real nigga for the couple seconds that I knew him scrolling to read. But it's just bad, man. All hell's broken loose. It's clear that this slimy piece of shit right here did it, and I hope something really bad happens to him. I can't do it myself, but Oda, if this is you throwing yourself at alley, you know, because you're gonna need somebody to dunk on later, I feel you. But yeah, I do it if I could, but I'm only a real person. This is only a work of fiction. I just don't like it. He's acting real slimy while Gloriosa is going through it. She misses her sister and he just counting money. Nah, get him axed right now. And then we get a shot of Roger getting word of what happened because news spread pretty fast. Morgans is on it, and we see that a little later down the line, but Rox finds out and he's hot, and he makes a vow to kick Rox's ass for letting it happen under his watch. So yeah, I guess that's like the start of their beef. Simply put, just Shaki getting kidnapped is why Roger don't fuck with this nigga. Alright, I'll take it. Rayleigh, he sees the news too. He's upset. He's trying to keep it calm like I would. He doesn't want to show too much emotion because we know how that goes in One Piece now. Like, you can't, show too much emotion towards what you love. Otherwise, they'll know where to go. So, yeah, he's remaining as calm as he can, but he's pretty rattled at the news too. And then after that, we jump back to the whole baby Shanks and Shamrock situation. This one right here really threw me off. I don't like this guy at all, bro. Like, I knew we weren't going to. I knew we weren't supposed to. But the way he did his BM was super slimy, and I can't get behind nothing like this, man. This is crazy. He's being introduced to his twin boys for the first time, and we don't see her face. But Shanks and Shamrock's mother is like, yeah, these are yours. We should kick it on the island, and raise them, like that'd be nice, like they're yours for sure. Like, let's do something. And this guy, in the same kind of tone, but maybe even calmer, like it reminded me of Reiner revealing him and Bertolt's identity when they were letting Eren know about their mission, and they were really Titans the whole time. Like, the way I was reading that was just a little too casual, because he tells her, yeah, that'd be cool if this island was gonna be here, but it's not. This island's not gonna be here, by the way, and I already know who I want if I win the tourney. And then he just straight up stabs his BM in cold blood. He gives the command for the Navy to pull up, and he stabs his BM in cold blood. That whole thing threw me for a loop. I'm just wondering, does Shanks know that part of the story? Has Low-Key told him? Or is that something Shanks told Low-Key? Like, how does that go? Like, how does Low-Key know this information? Like, how are we getting this? But yeah, that just threw me for a doozy. This guy has to go. I think Garp may end up leaving with the most smoke for him after the whole God Valley thing. I honestly think Garp is gonna be the one to have the most smoke for Garland, but we'll see. But either way, this guy gotta go. Yeah, bro, this is just One Piece Hunger Games at this point. My heart's in it because you can't just do that to people, bro. Especially the mother of your children, the twin. No, you don't do that. So I hope he gets packed up in the most gruesome fashion. I'm sorry, my heart's in it. Let's keep going. While the Navy is invading, after Garland's command, we pick up with a certain recruit, and as he's embarking on the island, he's just wondering and questioning, like, why are we here? Like, why are they on the island? Why right now? What are we doing? He just gets told, shut up and dribble, basically. Like it's training or something like that. He just gets, blown off, and his superior officer gets reprimanded. So, he gets barked at, like, yo, just do what you're supposed to do. You're in no position to be questioning what's going on. Just do as you're told, all right? So he ends up getting cornered by these villagers, that he doesn't know. They're just trying to leave. He's like, yo, if you just let me, cuff you, I won't have to shoot. He ain't got no choice but to do his thing, but he uses tranquilizer round because he doesn't want to. Man, it's messy, but it's revealed it's Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's dad, and this is him at 17 years. I think that's what they've been saying, and this is his very first, his youngest introduction into the story so far. And I know all the Dragon fans out there are hype. I know my dog on Twitter been counting down. I know he lit. This one's for you, bro. I hope you alright. I hope you watching. I'm lit for you, dog. I just love the word dragon in general, so I'm lit. A lot of folks have been pointing out the Gear Force Snake Man resemblance, like in the face, and I can see it. I'm not even mad at that. Not a reach at all. At first, for the longest, it's been kind of tough to see much of like a fatherly son resemblance in the two, so it's pretty cool to see that now. Yeah, pretty fire. Just it's just a real bittersweet introduction for the character. But he doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be doing this. He knows it's wrong at this point. So it's cool how Oda's setting the tone for, the man he'll end up becoming and choosing to be later on. And it's just wild how Oda is setting up all these pieces on God Valley so early. Like, we literally have Garland, we have Dragon, we have Garp, Roger and his whole crew, Rocks and his whole crew, the rest of the God's Knights, we have Celestial Dragons. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, there are a lot of big names in this place at one time, and they're all about to get it cracking. Who knows how long Oda is gonna keep going right now, but man, it just feels like a drama. It feels like I'm reading a play. At this point, it just felt like I was reading a play, and I'm watching some Game of Thrones-esque type HBO epic. It feels like I'm reading it. I can hear the waves. I can hear them getting ready. Oda really took it up another level. I really walked away from this full. You know what I mean? I'm just breaking down after reading it. But yeah, Oda really did his thing with this one, man. I really feel like I'm pulling up too. Where was I? Yeah, after our introduction to Dragon, we cut to this crazy ship. The narrator says they're holding slaves, and we cut to inside who they're transporting, and we see nothing other than a young Ivankov. We get Jenny again. My heart broke seeing her. And then we get young Kuma, and my heart broke even more because we just got out of the animated flashback after just getting out of the manga flashback. And it's just like pain on top of pain on top of heartbreak on top of pain. And I don't know why Oda keeps reminding us. It's like we're already in one flashback. Why do you need? It's like Oda connecting all the streets that he's been, that this story has been leading us. I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot. I couldn't help but have a smile on my face reading this chapter, like, honestly. But yeah, we just see a young Ivankov, Kuma, and Jenny, because this is where they ended up in Kuma's flashback at some point. They were on God Valley. Ivankov did get jammed up by Big Mom. It was either Ivankov or Kuma, and that's where they got their fruits. That's where Kuma got his. So, we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing, but I like it. I like it so far. Then after that, we get a shot of a young Morgans, and he's basically extorting some Cypherpole agents to keep quiet about Shaki's location, because he knows she's being transported to God's Valley and she's going to be used as the prize for their Hunger Games, basically. And he's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You throw me some hush money, I won't say nothing. Knowing he's gonna leak it to Pirate Island specifically. So we just get a shot of that. Like, it's just crazy how Oda just keeps stacking these pieces. Like, Morgans is the reason Rox and them knew. And then once Roger heard, that's where, Rox is pulling up. He's following him. And then Garp is following Roger, who's following Rox. And man, Oda is crazy. Oda is crazy, man. But yeah, it's just cool. We get a young Morgans, and to me, as soon as I saw him, first thing that came to mind was the Sanford and Son theme song, because he looks like an extra from the show. My bad, I saw a big old bird, ironically, looking out the window. And then moving on, soon after, they do eventually get word of where she's at, and that's all it took. They're on the way now. Everybody's pulling up as Rox and them are doing their thing. We see Harold again, and we see what side he's on. Last time we saw him, he was feeling a little iffy towards the government because of how they were treating a certain island. I thought he was studying on business around that time, but it's clear that, he's still trying for that. He's still advocating for Elbap to be a part of a government, just part of the government, what they got going on. I can't be mad. It's for your people. You standing on what you believe in. You ready for what comes with that? You doing your thing, bro. He communicates to Rox like, yo, if we didn't care, if we wasn't civilized, if we were the giants of yesterday, that I wasn't, working on bettering us to get away from, we'd go at it right now and we'd sink your whole little ship. Like, we'd get it popping right now. But Harold's proven himself to be more civilized, and I thought that was big. Like, I really did feel a sense of nobility coming from that statement. Honestly, like, that really felt like a grown man talking to another grown man. And yeah, I think that's cool, Oda. But keep that up. Keep the weight. Like these heavy conversations. Like keep that up. I like that. But yeah, Harold says what he says, and then Rox retorts like, yo, you still just want to be a puppet. I know they back there watching me. You ain't have to tell me they was there. I knew they wouldn't be far behind. Like, I don't care, bro. You just a puppet at the end of the day. But instead of us, just outright getting violent right away, like, let's talk. Like, let's go over here and talk. And during that talk, everything's off the record from Rox's crew, and everything's off the record from Harold's other giants. And they have a drink. They pour some giant sake cups. And it's revealed from Rox himself that his real name is none other than Davy D. Zabek. It's not really Rocks. And turns out he's just been keeping it a secret because it's a part of a lineage stemming back from the legendary pirate Davy D. Jones. So like, you know, the one of the most famous, I don't know how I couldn't say that, but one of the most famous pirate names in history besides Blackbeard himself. So it kind of, you know, makes sense how they be related. And of course, you know, the government doesn't like anybody more popping than them. So they've been trying to hunt down the lineage over time. So of course, Rocks would have the idea to just change his to, you know, protect his family, you know, on some superhero-ish. I'm not mad at it, bro. Like that's the best way. That's how it's been. That's how the D's are moving. You know, so yeah, just having D in general, but he's got two names. Like, but yeah, we get that reveal, and that was pretty cool. I've seen people point out the resemblance of this conversation to the one that Roger had with Whitebeard when he revealed his real name, and I thought that was pretty solid, because you know that hasn't happened yet in the story, of course. So it was pretty cool to know that Rocks did it first. That's pretty fire. We know that Rocks is really pulling up not only to save Shocky. That was just, you know, their mistake of, you know, robbing him, but it turns out his family and where he's from is on God Valley too, along with the Celestial Dragons, and he knows how they treat people. So he's really just going to save his family. Getting Shocky out is just, you know, something for his crew to stay busy doing. But as long as he get his folks out of there, he save his son and his girl, he be all right with whatever happens next. Like, they can murk him, do whatever they gotta do. Like, he don't care. He knows luck isn't really on his side anymore. Kind of how Roger knows he'll eventually not have much longer to live. Yeah, he's just ready to go out like a G. I can already tell, but we'll see what happens, because we all know eventually he gets betrayed. So we'll see. But he tries bargaining with Harold one last time to get him to join, and he's not going for it. He's willing to scrap and, you know, bang right now. Like they willing to throw down right now. So the last thing we see of Harold and Rocks is the giant ship exploding. So who knows what'll happen next. I don't want to take any guesses, because I couldn't possibly guess, because we already know what happens. I just couldn't possibly think of, you know, those final actions that lead up to the demise of Harold and Rocks. I couldn't take the wildest guess. Oda, you got it. I'm not even gonna try to ride that bike. And then to close the chapter out, we get a view of and then to close the chapter out, we get a view of Shocky tied up. And immediately when I saw this, it reminded me of Clash of the Titans and seeing Andromeda tied up, waiting for the Kraken to come eat her. Sad to say, like, that's the kind of atmosphere and vibe it gave me. Like, she's just waiting for somebody to pull up on the Pegasus and, you know, set her free. I thought that was pretty cool. That kind of really made the whole chapter for me. Like, that set like the tone of what's coming next. Honestly, like, it put the gravity of the situation, you know, at the forefront for me. Like, I really like that detail. She looks like she knows she'll be all right. She's not scared in the slightest. We see a young Sommers, a young Gunko, and another God's Knights. They all pretty young. We see Sommers. This had to be a while ago, because Sommers has no gray hair yet, no beard, just the glasses. Gunko without her emo fit. She seems more formal, but this may be because it's a special occasion. Who knows? And then the very last 3 panels is Dragon himself stumbling upon this woman and her child. She's heavily injured. She's bleeding. She's doing her best to protect her little one. And she starts bargaining like, hey, you have to help us. Please, like, save my child. And we see it's none other than a young Teach, you know. And before you know it, the games are getting started. So who knows where Oda's going to take it from now on. This chapter was crazy. There's no break next week, I believe. I'm really ready to see the follow-up. We're really getting God Valley right now. It's really happening. I don't even want to throw any predictions out there. I know I'll be off. But if I honestly had to guess what was going to happen next, I think we'll get a little bit more Dragon backstory. And maybe just a tad bit more of a resolution between Rox and Harold. If I had to guess, I think those would be the most important characters next chapter. But we'll see, man. It's September. It's a new month, new blessings, new trials, new errors. I hope everybody's making the most of it. I hope everybody's trying their best. I'm recently bouncing back from a slump I've been having the past year or so and going on. And this has been helping me honestly get over it. So I appreciate everybody watching, everybody tapping in, whether it's liking or you just stopping by for 15 minutes. I don't care. I said 15. I don't care if you're stopping by for 3 minutes too. I don't care. As long as I'm helping you the way y'all helping me, I'm cool. I hope everybody stay up. I hope everybody have a blessed month. We're going to keep them rocking. Hope Oda keeps them coming. Yeah, make sure y'all get outside before summer's over. Enjoy some fresh air. And peace.